Hi everyone! Welcome to a wonderful Wednesday here in the world of Latin American Studies. Okay, so I want to start off by thanking the two people who showed up to our very first conference yesterday. It only lasted for about 5, maybe 10 minutes, and most of it was me just talking. It felt like being in the classroom again. I love you guys. I need you to show up for these things. Specifically because these are practices that you are going to have to get used to because school has now been delayed coming back face-to-face until May 16th. That means in the near future, what we do virtually will actually matter again. So that means that you are going to have to get used to showing up to things and completing assignments. With that being said, the stuff that we are doing this week doesn't really matter. It does, but it doesn't. It's just supplemental learning, which basically means I'm giving you assignments to help keep you in the mindset of being in the classroom and learning. I cannot teach new things. We can't talk about new things. I can't even take the project that you were supposed to turn in last Monday and grade it, because school was shut down. So that means that we are going to have to pick up like normal in the near future. So your teachers are feeling more and more like that will be this coming Monday that we are going to get the word to start teaching new content yet again. I won't know any of that until the staff meeting today and then potentially Thursday or Friday from the district. Who knows? I barely work here, apparently. I don't make enough money to be privy to that information. So, with that being said, the grading period for quarter 3 does end Thursday, all right? Which means I need any late work, any missing work from you by Thursday at 3 p.m. That gives me enough time to grade it, put it in the grade book before I have to finalize grades. It could be potentially that quarter 3 is where your school year ends, or it means that we can continue on through the end of June. We don't know, so I would rather be safe than sorry. If you are missing stuff or want to redo something, let me know ASAP so that we can work out how that looks. So, as we continue on the virtual learning trail and everybody getting used to this stuff, I do want to apologize for those of you who did attempt that escape room yesterday. I'm still learning how to make my escape rooms digital and how to not make them complicated, but apparently while I was not making them complicated, I actually made them more complicated. There are glitches in the system, there are glitches with the way it worked. I apologize. Please forgive me. I am learning how to take my in-classroom stuff and make them digital, and it's not translating very well, so lessons learned, we can move forward. So for today's activity, I've actually made them very simple. There are 3. First one is CNN 10. Shocker, you're new that right here in the announcements page. The second one is an ed puzzle. Basically, you're going to watch a video and answer some questions that are in the video. You can't move forward in the video until you answer those questions. And then lastly, I have another journal entry for you guys, or just something that you can think about if you don't like to journal. So today's journal entry is all about if you won the lottery and you won $150 million, what are the first 5 things that you would do with it? So here's the thing. You win $150 million, but you don't actually get $150 million because you have to pay taxes on that $150 million. So you'd actually get about $70 million. I know, I can't live on $70 million. Why would you do that to me? I would like to try. It sounds like it would be real hard though. But I would give it a real good shot. So $70 million, free and clear. What are the first 5 things you would do with it? So I can tell you what I would do with it. Number 1, first and foremost, I would pay off all my debts. No more student loans. I would call them up, be like, how much you want right here, right now. I can transfer the money to you. Every single bit of it. 1 payment. How much? And I would pay it off, along with a lot of other bills, car payment, credit card, so on and so forth. Second thing I would do is pay off my family's debts. All of my dad's, mom's, sisters. I would also set up probably a trust fund of some sort for my niece and my future niece or nephew. Just so that they don't have to struggle like the rest of us have had to struggle in our life. Third, all of you know that I am, or my family rather, is from the coal country of Virginia. So I own a mountain. When my grandmother passed away, she left me the mountain that her house was on. This house was built in the 40s, maybe older than that. Basically, it needs to be updated. So the third thing I would do is I would update that bad boy real fast. Put in some air conditioner. That sucked growing up, by the way. In the middle of the summer, not being able to have an air conditioner, you just have a fan and a bowl of ice in front of you. That was our air conditioner growing up. The fourth thing that I would do is I would invest my money, or basically I would spread it out. I would take what's left over out of that $70 million after I pay off everybody's debts, beautify my grandmother's house. I would spread the wealth around. So if you didn't know this, banks can only insure a certain amount of money. So basically, you put that certain amount of money in bank A, put a certain amount of money in bank B, and a certain amount of money in bank C, and spread it all out. So if anything happens to that bank, 1929 when the banks fell, that means that your money is insured, which means you get that back. You get all of it back. So that's what I would do. Spread it around. Invest it and basically just live off of the interest of it, because the interest on a $70 million sounds really difficult to live on every month. The last thing I would do right about now, I would buy an island in the Caribbean and I would go live on it. I would be teaching you guys from that island in the Caribbean and, be sitting on the beach, sun is shining, ocean in the background, teaching you about Latin American studies. Talk about social distancing. That is social distancing at its finest. Me on an island by myself. Sounds pretty amazing. I'd take it right about now. So what would you guys do if you had $150 million coming your way? As always, be safe, be smart. I miss you guys. See you soon. Bye.